My last forge video got cut off, and so I'm just going to make a new one, and it might repeat a little bit, but it is what it is. So I was talking about what kind of fuels you should use for a forge. Now, if you live in Virginia, West Virginia, somewhere that has a large coal output, and I guess this goes for anywhere in the world, if you live somewhere that there is coal mines pretty close by, you should be able to buy some real coal. Now, if you live somewhere like me, where there isn't coal mines, I mean, there's a couple in my state, but I would have to drive 2 to 3 hours to get near them, and then they would still only sell them by the truckload, which most of the time, if you're not near a place that has them, you can get it, but you have to buy it by the truckload. So I don't need a truckload. So what I would suggest doing is a lot of people just use regular old charcoal. Now, you don't want the stuff with the lighter fluid in it. You just want straight up charcoal. But something even better for that I was told of, and this is what we use the barbecue grill. It's better for barbecuing too. I really like this stuff. So even if you just barbecue grill, give this stuff a try. It's a bit more expensive, but a little bit goes a long way. So regular charcoal. So I get black all over my hands. Looks like this. It's pre-formed. Obviously not quite that, it's processed. That's fine and dandy. Now, this is called hardwood lump charcoal, 100% natural. This is how they used to make it, and this is a lot closer to coal. Now, it isn't going to work quite as well as coal, but you'll still be able to do well, and it just is this. We like this better for grilling, but it also works better for forges. Gets hotter. That's just what I was told. I've never tried it on my forge. I'm using up the rest of this stuff because we're getting rid of it. But anyway, if you have the chance, get this lump charcoal lump charcoal. And if this can be sold anywhere that sells, usually like maybe not like a Walmart should have it, but I don't think like a Family Dollar that you can get small bags of charcoal would have it. You'd probably have to go to like a Lowe's Foods or a Lowe's Home Improvement or a Walmart to get this. I don't know where we got this bag. But this stuff is what you want to use. And you just want enough to fill up, depending on what you're doing. If you're doing something smaller, personally what I would do is I would just fill up this inside and then maybe have a little mound here. And then have some extra back here that's not necessarily burning, so if I need some I can just get a little fire poker, and I have one picked out for my forge. It'll probably be some of the first things I heat up. Here it is. Got this out of an abandoned house, out of the fireplace. Has a nice end to it. So, push it over. Anyhow, that is just some info for forge building for dummies. And I didn't mention in the last video, so if you cannot use a brake drum, you just can't use it. You could go with a lawnmower route and just use a lawnmower deck. You could do that, but you wouldn't be able to make like as hot stuff. Now, if you're just planning on making knives, which I know you mentioned, you might be able to use because you wouldn't need as much charcoal for making just a knife. So if you could find a flat piece of metal that's considerably thick, I can't think of anything in particular, but at least I would say an inch thick, and it's just flat, you could get a little groove in it, build up your charcoal, and that might work. Really, what you just need to know what you're working with. Like I said, this is all coming from someone that's just building it, but it is what it is. I'm going to try to fire this up for you tomorrow, if I can. I don't have a blower, unfortunately, but I got to get one. That's probably 2-3 weekends till I can get one, but I'll get one. And then I got to finish the steam engine, too. But basically, highlights of the video. This is what you're going to need. You're going to need a brake drum, some sort of table, preferably a lawnmower deck. It really works well. A floor flange, these are the segments of pipe, not this, but the shorter segments of pipe, maybe this long, are called nipples. Some pipe, all that's 2-inch. You're going to want some sort of blower. That's where you can get creative. A end cap, also in the 2-inch size. Another nipple, because this actually, it doesn't have to be long. It can only be, you know, really you just have to have room to fit the T in, and then the end cap. You're also going to need no, actually that's all you really need. Then you're going to need a source of fuel. I personally would use lump charcoal or real coal. If you can't get that, charcoal. If you can't get that, try to find some firewood. I don't know how well that would work, but you could try it. It might. I don't think that would work real well, but it might. So, yep. So really all you need is charcoal, a couple pipe fittings, and a brake drum, and some sort of something to set it on. Total cost, because I know you asked about that. You said you could get one of these, and you didn't have a blower. So let's say you go with if you go with a hair dryer, I priced one. The one I want for this one at Target is $25. Now, you could find one a lot cheaper, and you probably would. The best thing to do is actually go to a garage sale and pick one up for $5. So that's a big if. It could be anywhere from, you could get one free from your mom, or you could get one for a nice one that blows a lot of air for $30. So we're gonna just factor this in as 10. So $10. These pieces, segment of pipe probably